Thank you. Today I would love to show a little bit what we do at Sandbox. There are really amazing ideas in the room. We heard about some really accomplished social entrepreneurs, and we are ourselves, we try to be a helping environment. We try to be like an incubation space for those people that makes it easier to realize ideas. And I want to show you how we do that. Maybe, can you, perfect. So I want you to imagine the following situation. I want you to imagine, like, I'm going to present you 4 friends of mine, and imagine what would happen if they hang out together, if they become friends, if they maybe work together during 10 years. Let's quickly look at the friends. First lady, Soraya Darabi, built up social media at the New York Times. Very, very bright young lady who left the New York Times afterwards to found startup. She's working on her second right now, which is an iPhone application called Food Spotting. You take pictures of your food that you eat and you upload and share it. Next one. Steli, serial entrepreneur in Silicon Valley. His latest venture was super cool school, an online school that allows you to create like an online classroom to share and to learn from each other. And he just recently, I think like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, launched this project called Swipe Good, where you just leave a little bit of money that rounds up on your credit card and donate that to something good. We have Sebastian Lindström. He's at the moment in Central Asia, right, in Uzbekistan. He runs a foundation called the What Took You So Long Foundation. And the What Took You So Long Foundation does the following. They look for people on the ground, like the heroes who like no one talks about, who really make stuff happen, like Brett, the ones you were talking about also, like bring their stories out. And at the moment, he's on a mission to promote camel cheese. And he's actually going to be here at Harvard next week. And I really encourage you to check this out and find more about him. This is Marita. Marita is from Melbourne, Australia. She's one of the best robotics engineers in Australia, and she founded an organization called RoboGal. And RoboGal brings together girls around with the help of robotics to encourage them to go into engineering, into technical professions. Now, what do you think happens if those people hang out? What do you think happens when they meet each other for 10 years long and they meet, I don't know, they talk every few weeks and they meet again and again in a very small trust environment. What do you think what happens?
The world changes.
World changes, okay, what else, yeah? More concrete? What do you think?
Goofing off.
Goofing off, okay.
They start something.
They start something, okay. Other things, what could happen?
Share ideas.
Okay, new ideas, they share ideas.
New product.
New products. Improve their existing services or businesses.
They learn to love camel cheese.
They learn to love camel cheese? Okay, very good. Okay, you go next, yeah? You guys just imagine Sandbox. That's really what it is. That's really what we do, and that's exactly what happens. All the 4 people that you saw are just random sandboxes out of our community. We have 470 people like this worldwide. And maybe if you could just go to the next one. Our mission is to incubate young people who make stuff happen. And they're incubator for babies, and they're incubator for projects, and they're incubator for startups. We incubate young people. Maybe if you can go for it. I see like the time is running there, so I'm gonna say just next one, please. We have this vision. We really believe that, you know, people who have self-initiative, and I think I totally agree there with Brad, that, you know, the young people of today, they can have a real impact. They can have real change. And we want to provide them with the environment and put them in a box, like an incubator. An incubator is a box where you put a baby in and it grows. Our babies go in there when they're in their 20s, and they come out there when they're 30. And by the time they're 30, we hope they're much bigger, but also, like this guy there. But by the time they're 30, we hope to have real impact on a global level. We hope that also, and I totally agree there with Brett, that they're role models. Because, you know, I think nowadays we have all the tools. Starting something is so easy. And thanks to Ashoka, and thanks to Sandbox and Sparks and places like that, has never been as easy to start anything. And we want to provide the environment for them to grow. While other programs like Spark Seed, it's very like, they put you in like 6 weeks, 12 weeks, super intense, very, very efficient. They give you money and they give you coaching. We're a very slow version of that. You're like an environment where you grow and it's part of your daily life. You don't go to a specific place, it's wherever you are. So I'll show you, the big question now is how? How do we make those people big? And I'll just kind of run through here. We do it with 4 things. I focus on 4 things, and I'll, due to time constraints, I'm going to focus on one thing to explain how we do it, because that's what we do best. We have 10 years. Try to find those people in their early 20s. They graduate when they're 30, and in the time in between, we provide them with a highest quality peer-to-peer environment. We give them access to senior leaders, we give them exposure on a global level, and we give them access to research that helps stuff happen, make stuff happen. Let's look a little bit closer. Oh, that's not good. Can you, one more? Okay. Okay. Peer-to-peer community. There are lots of communities out there. There's Facebook, and there's all these other communities. We have certain values. We have certain goals that we want to achieve with this community. First of all, it's all about real relationships. Relationships that don't base on trust, they're never going to lead to collaboration. And that's what it's all about for us. We try to provide a framework where those people can really start to like each other, start hanging out with each other, to actually then start doing things together. And we want to be, we have this I don't know, we want to be a constant part of their lives. It should not be something that's once there and then maybe 2 years later it's again. No, we want a little bit, not a super pressure point, but we want to be there all the time. Let's quickly look at those 6 things. The first thing is we carefully select the best people. And we try to really take the ones that actually make stuff. You talked just before about Spark Seeds. The founders of Spark Seed are Sandboxers. We love what they do. We have young people. I think also the examples that Brett mentioned, that's a perfect example. There are people out there who are so young and they do incredible things. You're just usually the best way for me to describe the Sandbox is wow. It's really true. It's there are people out there just wow, you're only 22 and you've already done that. And I think that's one of the beauties of doing Sandbox. I kind of get amazed by that every single day. The guy on the top is, I think he just reached 20 or something like that. And yeah, that's him on Forbes magazine for making more than 1 million before graduating. He makes jam. He's in the UK. He's called the Jam Boy. He started out with recipes from his grandmother, and he's now selling them all over the UK. I'm just gonna go through it. Next one, diversity. We have, it's a little bit dark, but we have the picture on the upper left corner. Happened yesterday night at 3 o'clock in the morning. Me sitting in the living room of Costa, and we were Skyping with Sebastian Lindström, the crazy guy who makes camel cheese, while he was in Uzbekistan. And Costa himself works on a really beautiful project called The Human Right. He tries to bring internet to everyone who doesn't have internet in the developed world by putting satellites up into space and providing free internet. Yay! Really, really beautiful project. His last thing he's been doing is called Cyborg. They build a camera into someone's eye. Is it a good way of saying it? Sure. Okay. He's looking. By the way, he's looking for someone to help him. He just launched his new project. I think it's one of the best opportunities I've ever heard in the last few months. So if you're looking for a cool project to work on, talk to Costa.
The Free Internet for Everyone project.
Free Internet for Everyone project. A human right. How do you bring internet to Africa? And I see the 0. I'll just gonna go through it. I just want to go back. I want to make the point about the diversity. Imagine what happens if you have the camel cheese guy and bringing free internet to the world, and me, and surrounding everyone together. That's really what we love, and that's where the sparks comes and where the new ideas comes. Good. Our community works offline and online. We're global and we're local. What does that mean? We're all over the place, and we have local activities like chapters in 22 cities across the world, where people just meet very often on regular basis and have dinner. This is a photo from Delhi this week. This is a photo from Moscow. And if you just can go on, please, thank you. Are people connected? Oh, it's a shame you can't read it. But we provide an online platform. We realized one of the things that people use most is couch surfing. Just hanging out at each other's place and like meeting each other when you travel. It's really like, the idea is to provide an ecosphere where if you want to do things and if you want to move stuff, you'll have someone like you all over the world. I'm just going to go on. Next one, please. We try to be super informal. We realized one of the most important aspects of providing a community is no business cards, no ties, no like super formal events. Kick this all out of the window and just bring it back to the human element. Just be friends. Just like find formats where we can just like hang out. The photo actually on the top, we see one of the organizers of today is jumping there. Emily, I don't know if you see her. But we try to really find as informal formats as possible. This really brings you together with the doers and makes you create friendships. I go on. Okay, the last thing is professional community management. We have a full-time staff of 5 people who does nothing else than kind of connecting you with the right people in the network. If you're looking for someone in biotechnology in Mexico, we'll find you someone in biotechnology in Mexico. If you have any possible connection within the network, maybe not in a first contact, but probably in a third. And for that, we invest money in, and that's what we provide. I'm just going to go on and. So we provide access to senior people. Here's the thing. If this sounds interesting for you, there are 2 things you can do. You can apply. We'll look at everyone very carefully and come and talk to us if that's something that you think that could fit your profile, that you're interested about. And also we're looking at the moment for writers and people who help us on the editorial side. Nira, who's my colleague at Sandbox, come and talk to us. And if you're interested, if you like writing, if you like to make stories about the kind of people that I showed you, let us know. And if you have any questions or thoughts, send me an email, Fabian@sandboxnetwork.com. Thank you.